Assassin's Creed is a game you either love or you hate. The platform which I base this review on is the Xbox 360 version, although the PS3 and PC versions are pretty much the same, except for some bugs in the PC version. Assassin's Creed is a third-person stealth action hack-and-slash video game. You play as the character Altair, an assassin whose job is to, well, you name it, assassinate important people. The game is set during the Crusade, the holy wars between Christians and Muslims, and your task, as well as killing important targets, is to investigate the cities, eavesdropping on conversations, and carrying out tasks to prevent further bloodshed caused by a mysterious man who you must find out the identity of. The gameplay in Assassin's Creed for the first few hours can be terrific fun. You're able to run around these busy cities bustling with people and climb buildings, jumping across rooftops like you'd expect from an assassin in the medieval times. Your character is able to perform stealth kills, such as grabbing a soldier from behind, silently thrusting a knife into his back. There's 4 different types of missions you must carry out to reveal enough information about your next assassination target, of which there are about 9 in total in this game. These missions range from eavesdropping on conversations, pickpocketing, beating people up until they submit to reveal information, and protecting people in exchange for info. The main weapons you use include swords, daggers, and throwable knives. You can also beat people up using your good old trusty fists. Combat doesn't just involve button bashing. Later on in the game you must learn to time your counter-attacks to perform fatal kills on enemies, and believe me, there are times when you really do need to time those kills because there are so many soldiers surrounding you. Although kills are satisfying, you can't help but feel that there isn't much variation to the combat system. It mostly involves you either just pressing one button to attack, or another to defend and parry. In this game you can travel through cities by running through crowds of people, or leaping daringly over rooftops. When you travel between cities in the deserts, you can mount a horse and ride speedily through the beautiful, dusty landscapes. An important feature of this game is the alert mechanic. At the top of your screen you'll have a bar which tells you whether you're in the view of guards or not. When you carry out outrageous activities, such as attacking citizens with swords or simply bumping into soldiers, which can get quite annoying, as when this happens, soldiers' alertness levels go right up. The bar on the top of your screen turns red and you'll soon find yourself being chased by sword-wielding soldiers bent on homicide. One thing that's highly recommended in this situation is to simply run like hell. To decrease guards' alertness levels, you must hide away from their line of sight until they believe they've lost your trail. These chases can be enthralling and adrenaline-inducing. However, in some missions you'll find that simply bumping into a soldier by accident or climbing a wall randomly will trigger dozens of killers going at your throat, so it can be very frustrating indeed. I've already mentioned that there are a few different types of missions you can carry out. As I've said, the first few hours of playing Assassin's Creed can be very fun and unique, but that's where it ends really, because in reality there's only 6 different types of missions, and you must carry out 9 assassinations of the same nature. You might have heard from other reviews that this game is quite repetitive. Well, they're wrong. This game is so repetitive, you lose count of how many assassinations you've actually carried out, and you get fed up very quickly of doing the same routines over and over again. There are many long cutscenes in Assassin's Creed of which there's no way of skipping them at all, even after you've completed the game. There's 9 times that you have to listen to the same old guy and chat rubbish for several long minutes. You'd have thought the game producers could have been slightly merciful and spared us, the gamers, the torture of having to sit there and wait for a game we paid hard-earned cash money to play. Thus, because of these endless, uneventful cutscenes, the replayability of this game, which is already quite low due to the repetitive gameplay, it's rendered non-existent. I've played this game 1.25 times, and to be honest, I would not like to play this game anymore. The plot of this story is incredibly predictable. Within the first few assassinations, you can work out who the real bad guy is that you must kill at the end.
I don't understand.
Just for example, this really long, boring cutscene with these two guys talking rubbish to each other. I've sped it up 4 times and it's still quite long, and I'll just let you listen to it. When I first played this game, I was amazed at the graphics and immersive audio, which really engaged you into the game and felt like you were actually there, walking through streets, amongst crowds of people getting on with their busy lives. When you climb onto the top of very high towers, you get a bird's eye view of the incredibly detailed city landscape. The ways that characters move are very realistic and believable. Although you can pretty much climb every building you see, the way a character grabs hold of ledges and puts a firm foot grip on bricks protruding from walls, again makes it all believable that your character can perform such arduous tasks. One thing that I can recommend you try, if ever you get the opportunity, is to play this game with surround sound. I've tried this playing on this gaming chair, which has inbuilt speakers just behind your head, and I can tell you, the game sounds magnificent. The audio really makes you feel like you're there in the game. However, even the jaw-dropping amazing visuals and excellent audio do not really compensate for the repetitiveness of the gameplay. Watching some of the cutscenes is like watching paint dry on a very cold day, and listening to 2 men talk endlessly about nonsense. And one of them is supposed to be dead in the first place as well. I mean, what's up with that? This game's worth renting for maybe a weekend when you have nothing better to do other than trying a new game out. However, my personal advice to you is that you should save your money for buying a better game with more replay value. Once you've played through this game once, even if you can even bring yourself to do that the first time, you won't really want to go through the whole experience again. Although I've been quite harsh and biased in this review, the makers of this game deserve some credit for making a unique game with excellent visuals and sound, albeit with repetitive gameplay. Therefore, I award this game a generous 8 out of 10, which is still good in my opinion.
Leave this place!
I need money, sir. I'm poor and hungry.
Your life ends now!
This is Punkster, and I hope to catch you next time. Thanks for watching this review. Bye bye.